To the SHN Sports Association. I'm Rob Hipp, co-founder and director of operations here at SHN. SHN stands for the Schoening Hipp Network. The company was officially founded by Karl Schoening and myself in 2016 as a sports broadcasting and production business, covering primarily local high schools throughout Central Texas. But over the years, the company has evolved to what has become primarily a teaching and training platform to help other broadcasters such as yourself in the industry. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or new to the industry, the SHN Sports Association provides tools and resources to help you better your craft. Karl and I have extensive radio and TV production knowledge from play-by-play to behind the scenes, and we're excited to share that information with you. You've already taken the first step by showing interest. We do offer free, limited resources, but in order to take full advantage of the teaching and training resources that we have, including weekly webinars and community engagement, you'll need to invest in an affordable paid membership. There's a link directly below this video that offers monthly, quarterly, and annual membership levels. Are you interested in starting your own broadcasting or streaming business, but maybe you're not sure where to start? Do you lack sales experience? What equipment should you use? Where do you stream? Interested in feedback from others? How about going live on YouTube? Want to share ideas? All of these questions and many more are answered as a member of the SHN Sports Association. And best of all, new resources are provided weekly to keep things fresh and updated. Friends, if you're ready to level up your broadcasting and learn something new, I encourage you to join the SHN Sports Association today.
Hey friends, welcome in. The day is finally here. It is February the 2nd, 2023. Rob Hipp, Director of Operations here with SHN Sports, alongside my good friend and also the Director of Broadcasting and co-founder of SHN Sports, Karl Schoening. Karl, good to see you, man. How are you doing today?
Good, Rob. I see you're in a nice, cozy, warm hotel room up there in South Dakota. You got a game. Is it tomorrow against the Jackrabbits?
No, coming up. Yeah, so we have a game. I'm getting ready here in about the next hour or so for our game versus South Dakota Coyotes, and then we will play the South Dakota State Jackrabbits coming up on Saturday. So yeah, we're just making a little go of it down here. A little chilly in the hotel room, but all is well. And thanks to the power of technology, we can still have our official launch announcement here.
Yeah, you're all over the place. It's hard to keep up. Yeah, but I'm glad you're staying warm. And yeah, I'm here in San Antonio where I'm based out of, and I do a lot of stuff still with SHN up in Austin, the Austin Spurs, UIW football. That was an exciting year. Got to run into you at the Fargo Dome for the semifinals, and UTSA sports all over the place. I'm preparing for UTSA this weekend, and I'll be filling in for our Round Rock High School broadcast on Friday night. So, my motto is it's better to be busy than looking to get busy. And, part of why we're doing this association is so we can teach other people how to be busy, but not be so busy ourselves with, what we call the ultimate conquest, where we're in control and managing people, which is, a big part of why we're doing this here. We're handing over the information on education and all the stuff to be in control of your own broadcast, which is really why you and I started this, so we could kind of make our own breaks and live stream whenever we want to, any sport we would be allowed to.
Yeah, you go back to 2016, and again, welcome everybody in as we are officially announcing the launch of the new SHN Sports Association here today, broadcasting live through YouTube and other platforms. If you're sending comments, we won't be able to get back to those right away just because we're focused on this video, but we will down the road. So if you're sending them to us live right now, I promise we'll get back to those as soon as we can. But yeah, Karl said it. We founded SHN kind of unofficially back in 2015, but really got the paperwork and everything moving with our ownership group in 2016. Of course, I'm a co-founder along with Karl. Our good friend Mike Capps, who is also the voice of the Round Rock Express, a minor league baseball team. He is also the director of education here at SHN Sports. He'll be providing content as we go along, too, through the association. But as Karl said, that's kind of how things have evolved. We went from a production company, which we'll still do some of that, but the main focus now is providing teaching and tools and resources to you as a broadcaster. Maybe you're a university out there that says, hey, I want to teach my kids more how to broadcast. We're going to provide those tools and resources to you. And Karl and I have extensive knowledge, as you saw in that intro video, and production and radio and a little bit of television there as well. And we just wanted to build this into a community. We're not focused on helping folks find jobs. Also, although we do have resources that we can connect you to with other friends in the industry that can definitely help you find that through resources such as STAA. But today, and what the focus is of the association, of course, is to bring educational materials to you. Karl, you and I have talked about this for so long. And we have that experience now and connections to many great people throughout the industry at the NBA, the NFL, and even those that are retired that can provide valuable resources and insight. That's one reason why we wanted to start this educational part through the SHN Sports Association.
Yeah, we're broadcasters helping broadcasters. And we obviously work with a lot of schools in the Central Texas area. And it's really about the educational aspect and helping schools, organizations, individuals get where they want in their broadcasting. Because if you control your broadcast, that's so much better than probably outsourcing it to somebody else, or if in your particular case, if you're an individual live streamer like we were, just trying to make our own breaks. It's all about knowing how to do these things, and it's not as difficult as you might think. But I do think that what we offer in the association, the free resources, you can see what equipment and gear we use. And if you buy from our links, that helps us out reviewing future gear and equipment. But you also sort of get a sense of what all goes into it and how to troubleshoot and figure out all the little things that are big things when it comes to the end user who is watching it on their phone or their TV. Because these live broadcasts really do mean a lot to the players, the coaches, the family, the friends that aren't able to make it in person, or maybe want to relive some magical moments that happen in these games, or coaches shows. We really do it all. We're not just limited to live sports, and a lot of things translate. So if you're someone who's looking to get into e-gaming and stuff like that, it's all there. It really does kind of correlate. So we have a lot of tools and resources that go just beyond sports broadcasting of a live event. But we sort of focus on that. How do you live stream events? Because, just like here, you said you're going to be doing 2 games this week. We have nonstop sporting events that need to be live streamed. And it's a real niche that we're trying to help fill for people who don't know where to start. You found the right place.
That's right. And we're going to show you just a preview of what the association is going to look like. It's already set up, and all you have to do is go and subscribe. But I'll pull that up on my screen right now, as we are using a community-based platform that I think all of you will really enjoy very much. You can see it here, the SHN Sports Association. The way to get to it, it's super easy. You just go to members.shnsports.com. Again, that is members.shnsports.com. And when you first go there, you're going to notice a page here, a landing page. And Karl, actually, I'm going to back up just a moment. I know I'm kind of bouncing around because I'm excited about the launch of the association. We did update SHNsports.com. So to make it easier, go to SHNsports.com. You can go there. You can learn a little bit more information about the association, some free information. Also, some FAQs are on there. But as you scroll through the website, you'll be able to read bios of Karl, myself, and Mike Capps, our ownership group here at SHN. And we'll also talk about what it includes as a member of the association: live streaming, learning from industry professionals, learning how to advertise and how to develop sales strategies, monthly webinars, creating your own YouTube channel, or you can join SHNs for extended exposure, and then equipment for all budgets. Those are just a few of the things that the association offers. We also have free resources. You can click on that if you want. It'll take you to our community, to that free resource page. And then some free frequently asked questions. Does the association require any prior knowledge or experience? You can go through and read all of these, all very important questions that we put together. Karl did a great job putting this together. Again, SHNsports.com. And then once you scroll down again, you can click Join the Association, and that will take you to where I just told you, members.shnsports.com. From there, it's a brief introduction. You'll be able to see my intro video again and just learn more about the association. Now, Karl, one thing that we did want to provide is kind of like, hey, here's what we can do to help you, are the free resources. You've posted several things in there, and I'll give you an opportunity just to kind of highlight what that free resources page is going to look like. You don't have to have a paid membership to access the free resources.
No, I think that that's where everybody wants to or should start, is what equipment do I need, right? I don't have one important factor there that we use commonly, which is hotspot or internet connection. That'll be something you more or less need to deal with wherever you might be. We always recommend using hardwire, local networks, and that comes with its own limitations and restrictions that we'll talk about in the premium content. But yeah, you just kind of scroll through it. Actually, if you could back up a little bit, I think the most important place for everybody to start is your central hub, the computers we recommend, right? So computer gear used by SHN right there is the first thing I wrote because I think it's the most important. And we have used Acer Predator Helio series. I'm going to go ahead and guess since 2017, Rob. You
Yes,
might
it's a
remember,
couple of
might have
years.
even been 2016. I think we started with some Dells, and they didn't really work too great. We might have gotten them secondhand. I can't even remember, but we have bought, when I was scrolling through Amazon, I think we have ended up buying 8 of those Acer Predator Helioses, and so many of our association members that were, sort of founding members that help us create what you see today have also bought those. And we have not had one go out, according to my memory. So maybe if you remember, Rob, but yeah, those are great computers that are affordable, and they're gaming laptops. But like I said earlier, there's a lot of correlation between gaming and live streaming. So those are what we recommend. And if you scroll on down, if you're an Apple person, the newest Apple Silicon chips are great. They are, I think they're currently on the M2 chips. I am streaming on an M1 Pro chip right now. We haven't really tested out anything older than that, but part of our big push over these years has been we have a lot of software from SHN's, it's intellectual property of SHN, that only works on Windows. So instead of telling somebody who is a Mac person, you might already have a MacBook, that, hey, you should buy a Windows computer, that's not something people want to hear. So we've also figured out in our premium content, you'll eventually get to see it, how to live stream with scoreboards and things like that that we previously only had on Windows, now on Apple iOS. So, that's cool. So I would recommend those if you're starting anywhere, because that allows you to be set up for the future of video and audio. But if you're only doing audio, those are way overkill. I just don't know which computers to really recommend, but kind of everything in that $300 to $500 price range. Chromebook would probably be just fine so long as it has the USB ports to connect your video, or excuse me, your audio, I should say, because we don't recommend anything lower than those Helioses for audio only broadcast. But then we go to camera. And I think if you're doing the camera, so like I say in that post, work into your budget that you're going to need a streaming laptop for video. But we've used that, those Sony Handycams. That's actually the one that you use, Rob, is that AX53. They're all letters and numbers, so you're not going to be expected to memorize that. We have a lot of those Panasonic cameras. I personally love them because of their HDMI outputs, which is something you can learn about in the association. And then, there's also production, right? So a big reason that we were able to offer broadcasts for free is because we do a lot of advertising. And a big way that we've been able to get a lot of our advertisers is because we've created video commercials for them. So, those camcorders aren't necessarily best for creating videos. So it's a big world, and you can make a lot of wrong turns. We're here to make sure you stay on the correct road, and these investments are big investments. So we don't want you to maybe make the wrong investment, discover SHN, and realize, I wasted money there, essentially. So we're here to guide you from A to Z, whether you're already an M broadcaster in the alphabet, you've been doing this for a while. There's always ways. I'm constantly trying to improve, and we're creating a community where everybody can improve with us.
Yeah, and you can find out more. It's Karl kind of briefly highlighted some of those free resources that we have to offer. Again, all you have to do is just go to our website. I'll put it up there on the screen. It's the SHN Sports Association. Go to shnsports.com. You'll find the link there and more information. We'll dig into some of the premium content, though, because if you're not an association member, yeah, you'll get access to the free resources. You'll get access to some of our announcements. But let's say that you wanted to dig in a little bit deeper. You wanted to find out more about some hardware and software resources. Well, if you're not logged in and you don't have a membership, you're not going to be able to access that. So once you purchase access, which by the way, here we've made an introductory offer for $19.99 a month, you can become a member. We also have other membership levels available as well, to where you can get a discount if you're a quarterly member or an annual member. You can see the pricing. But we've made an introductory offer, only $19.99 a month. We'll give you access to all these resources. And by the way, we'll update these resources as well weekly. So it's not just a one and done type deal. There are so many opportunities for you to get involved and to learn more. And the best thing about the way that we've built this, it's a community. We want you to be active and engaged. So if you click on one of our sections and you have questions, guess what? You can ask questions. You can collaborate with other members in the SHN Sports Association. And it's a great way to build community and also collaborate with each other and learn. And so that's what the association is all about. We're going to provide those tools and resources. You can find out more again at shnsports.com, as I mentioned earlier. But let's dig in. Now I'm logged in. I'm a paid member. Some of the early things that we already have up here, if you're a broadcaster, you'll have access to our and this is Windows based, and we're going to post more things about how to use other services such as Uno overlays. Karl's going to put together some things for that as well. But this is our Windows-based software that we've programmed. As an association member, you have access to this. We'll put together teaching and training of how to use this software within your broadcast. I'm not going to go into details here, of course, as we're just launching the association on this video, but there's more information about how to utilize these scoreboards. So again, Windows-based software that you'll be provided with. It also includes our baseball and softball scoreboards, as well as basketball and even our football scoreboard and multi-use. All that information is there. That's all included. It will be updated constantly. And it's not just these scoreboards. We're going to post updates on other programs, open broadcaster software, other ways to stream. Maybe you want to start your own business. We can teach you how to do that on the broadcasting side with the software that we recommend. Score sheets and rosters, another resource that we have here. I've created my own custom baseball scorecard that I'm sharing with association members. And these are great resources to help you call games. We have the baseball one that's already uploaded. We have a football drive summary log. I use this with my Division I college broadcast at North Dakota State. Also use it at Sam Houston State. These are important, even though you get stats on the screen. I like having this because I have a hard copy of something that I can go back and reference. I also put a field goal distance reference chart at the bottom. Just tools like this that'll help you with broadcasting. And then also that's already included, and this is the one that I really wanted to highlight briefly, Karl. It is our NCAA basketball smart roster. And this one may pop off the screen. So let me reshare this briefly here, Karl. And I want folks to see this one because maybe you are a Division I, 2, or 3 broadcaster and you said, you know what? Yeah, prep work is great. You got to have prep work, and we're going to teach you about prep work. But sometimes some of the mundane, tedious task of filling in information, you don't have time to do that. You just want to know the facts so you can focus on the players and describe more about what they're doing. Well, check this out. Let's say that you broadcast for Abilene Christian. I've created a smart roster and smart scorecard that automatically will populate data up to date from the NCAA. You still have an opportunity to type in notes here if you want, but all of their points per game, all the stats that you need are included right here in this smart roster. Karl, this used to take me 4 hours to sit here and type in all this information. I mean, now let's say that you're broadcasting for Abilene Christian women.
I have a UTSA Middle Tennessee State, so maybe you could just go ahead and look that up, right? So how easy is just to get to UTSA right here?
You put me on the spot, man.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah.
University of Texas at San Antonio, right?
There you go.
And you're broadcasting men.
The women's game this weekend.
Oh, the women. Okay. Well, here you go, Karl. Here's your roster. I'll send that to you in a PDF.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's honestly something that we're going to be experimenting with and trying to improve constantly because it's just a really great resource that you have put together there for NCAA broadcasters. And that's a big part of what we want to do with the association is continue to create tools. So Rob, if you can go back to the circle, one of my favorite things about this, aside from all being on one web page, you don't have to navigate through several web pages. You did a really good job putting this together, is our general discussion down there. That's part of only members only, and we're going to be humorous. You have I've
already put one funny,
there. Yeah, you have a really funny video that I think everybody should check out. But we'll also just have, hey, what's your opinion on this company, organization, the way they're doing things? That's going to be great. If you see just below that on the left, there's community critiques. Nothing there, as this is really the first day. But I would love to just get some feedback from people. What do y'all think about the way I described this play? And we're going to moderate that so we don't have anybody really putting anybody down. It's supposed to be a positive criticism area where, you're going to tell people maybe you could improve on this, or perhaps you're doing this in a way. It's supposed to be something that helps you improve, but we're also going to keep an eye out for anybody that's maybe trying to act like they're better than somebody else. I don't think that there's anything about being better than anybody else in here that we're trying to do. We're just trying to, as a community, improve and uplift each other. Iron sharpens iron, right? So that's going to be one of the best things about our community here is the community critiques, the general discussion, and then obviously as we add more content for you, we're going to bring in other professionals that are all over the world. We're not talking about the NBA or the NFL, but I want to hear from the guy who's been doing Division III football for the last 10 years. I really do want to hear about people's journey as, I've been calling this high school since I've been able to call high school at this local radio station. So, this isn't for people who are even trying to just get to the next level. Obviously, that's a lot of people's goals. But, if you're just somebody who is really content where you are and you want to, hear how you can get better or show people your work and all of the above, I think that that's one of the best things about the SHN Association is we're really just here to help you in any way that you need help.
Absolutely. And Karl, one of the things too that you mentioned, I want to reiterate that word community, because this is a community. You can like comments, you can share posts, you can create your own post. We want the community to be engaged, to be involved. That's what the association is all about. We want to help grow you and level up your broadcasting. We'll also provide other resources as well. Once we have those will populate into the other resources tab. And then also some in-depth courses. We're working on those. But right now, we've already linked to Bill Schoening, who is a veteran broadcaster in the NBA. He met with some of our guys going back a couple of years ago. We've posted some of that content now publicly. Well, you'll learn from a guy that, he's in the NBA, but he was also the voice of a major college sports team and did it for many years. He understands the play-by-play techniques of football. Those are the type of content that you'll be able to see. Our previous SHN members before we were the association, they had submitted some content, and Bill broke that down and critiqued it. He also taught some fundamentals of play-by-play for football. That's just a preview of the content that will constantly be added to the SHN Sports Association. We'll also have tutorials on live streaming. Those are coming soon as well. One of the biggest ones, and I wanted to get to this especially, Karl, as a broadcaster, if you are trying to monetize your own broadcast, maybe you produce your own events right now at the high school level, maybe even at a junior college or even the Division I level, and you have the creative rights to your broadcast. I've put together an in-depth sports broadcasting sales course already, and this will be updated as time goes on. But I teach you the fundamentals. I talk about the sales cycle and examples of how to sell football, basketball, and baseball. Here's the exciting thing. $19 a month. Even if you buy the annual subscription right now at $199, you go out and sell one or two sponsors based on what you learn from that course, your association membership is paid for. There's valuable tools and resources that you'll be able to utilize to help you as you go on. We'll also have courses on audio and visual production. Karl became a rock star, and I'm putting him right on the hot seat here. He's became a rock star at audio and visual production. And so I'm excited to see the content that we'll be adding there. And then one of the other exciting things with the association is you can download the app. You don't have to just utilize the website. You can download the Android or the iOS app to stay connected to the SHN Sports Association. So I hope through all of this, Karl, we're looking forward. We encourage people, go to shnsports.com. You can join the association today. And I'm excited. You and I have really worked hard over the past, let's be honest, since 2015, putting all this together, and it has all culminated to this point here today. And I'm excited to build this community and to help other broadcasters grow.
Me too. We've talked about this for a little while, but we wanted to do it right. We didn't want something that would be so stressful for us that we couldn't focus on. We're both broadcasters. We both started SHN Sports so we could get to higher levels of broadcasting. I had just gotten out of college, and I think you were only about 2 or 3 years into broadcasting. And, next thing you know, you're doing Southwestern football, and then you're doing Sam Houston State, and now you're with North Dakota State. I basically was just doing high school stuff. And I looking back at it, I thought I was good for my age, but I really needed the experience that SHN Sports allowed me to do, which was have control of my own broadcasts, go out and do some broadcasts. And I'd say I've probably done about 1,000 broadcasts since we started. That's a fair guess in terms of an on-air talent. And, there have been times where I was running the camera and I was running the scoreboard and I was running the audio mixer, and it was just me on the broadcast as play-by-play, color, producer, camera operator. And those are the kind of things we teach you here at SHN Sports. If you really are a one-man show, it's not as fun as it could be when, you just only get to worry about doing play-by-play or whatever job you want to do. We're going to have tutorials on how to be a better camera operator or a better audio mixer, all those kinds of things. But yeah, this has just been one of the best things that we have here. And, we have a lot of great people joining us too that we've had along the way, such as Georgetown, and you bring up Hutto Hippos.
And this is part of what we can teach you as time goes on. We want to teach you how to build your own platform. Maybe you're interested in creating your own monetized platform. We can do that at SHN Sports as part of the association. Maybe you don't have time to build your own platform. Guess what? We can build it for you. Those are things that are in the pipeline. We did it for Hutto ISC, and they actually are able to monetize their events, and they're making a considerable amount of revenue that they normally wouldn't have made by monetizing their events as well. So those are just some of the things that we can do at the association. We can help you build your own platform. We'll teach you how to build it, or you can utilize the resources through SHN. That's why I like this, Karl, because literally the possibilities are endless, and that's every week we're going to be updating content. And I don't want to shy away from TV broadcasters either, because there's always so much emphasis in organizations on the audio and the radio side. Whether you're a new or a seasoned TV broadcaster, we want to bring you into the association as well and share resources that will help you through your journey also.
Yeah, and that's part of it. We just want to constantly grow. So leave us feedback. Once you become a member, you're allowed to, go ahead and post in there what would keep you around, because it's something that we're very interested in. So that's what we want to hear from you. Join us and let us know what will keep you around, because that's the goal of interesting content. It's not just Rob and Karl have a platform, and if you don't like it, then don't come in. No, we want to know what you like and what would make this more appealing. And I do think that it's something that our industry might have, but we're not quite sure where to find it in this kind of style where we're talking about, I've done so many things over the years. I'm not trying to, get too lost in my resume, but I have so many years at iHeartMedia, and I was with ESPN Radio for a little bit, and I do ESPN Plus broadcasts all the time. I produce coaches shows for UIW, and it's just something that I want to hand this knowledge off, and we found out this is the best way for us to do it, so we can still continue to do the things we love. It's not a full-time thing, and I do kind of want to say here as we're wrapping things up, it's educational. It's not support. We're not 24/7 on call to help you out, because hopefully this thing gets so big that maybe we can one day hire a 24/7 support person, or maybe just business hours, or when live streams would happen. We'll figure that out down the road. But really, it's to teach you how to troubleshoot if something comes up, or in these particular cases, some people just want to know where to start. And I think the biggest thing that you brought up was that sales aspect, or just how to monetize your broadcast, because you'll find out that this is not the most affordable venture to pursue. And that's just because inflation obviously is one factor, but this equipment, you're talking about buying a whole bunch of high-end stuff. And on top of that, if a basketball just kind of comes bullet pass right through the hand of the intended target into your sideline camera, you got to replace that. So, the goal is that not only do we teach you how to do things, but you find a way to create a profit, see a return on investment of not just SHN Sports Association, but the equipment you're purchasing, because one day that equipment will be out of date or break down, or get slammed into by a athlete chasing after the ball, and you got to replace those things. And unfortunately, unless you have it all insured, you still got to pay the deductible and all that stuff. So we're here to really just take your broadcast to the next level, but also help you with anything else along those ways. So I'm excited about this, Rob. I know you're excited about it, and we appreciate everybody for checking out this kind of intro podcast. And there's going to be a lot more where this comes from.
Absolutely. Make sure to go to shnsports.com right now. You can click on Join the Association and take advantage of that introductory offer, only $19 a month. Or if you want to pay annually, you'll save a few months as well. We'll keep posting the content. We'll help you get better as a broadcaster, and we'll connect you to your destiny in sports broadcasting or events broadcasting, whatever you're looking for. That's what we exist on the SHN Association. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned in, get that membership, and let us know how we can serve you. We'll see you.
See you, everybody.